In this video, I'm going to go through how I went from having a negative net worth to having a net worth with my boyfriend of $396,000.
Oh, I got an idea to make everybody a lot of money.
And I'm not making this video to flex. Quite a decent net worth at an early age. And my net worth has grown about $100,000 in just under a year.
Keyboard warriors, they're fucking probably at home jacking off. That's why you're fucking poor.
Anybody can do it.
Hello guys, today we are gonna see how Queenie went from a negative net worth to $400,000 in just 3 years. Let's watch it.
So I started my personal finance journey at 19 years old. I was at university and I was also living out of home. I was earning $400 per week.
Can you explain to me how you were living off $400 a week in uni?
I was also studying full-time. Finally decided to throw in the towel and call it quits on university. So I dropped out of university.
Well, that was fast.
After about a year and a half, because I thought to myself,
You're not good at anything. You have no substance. You have no foundation, right? Besides jacking off in front of the computer, what else to do, dude?
Yeah, what else do you do?
if this didn't work out, I could always go back to university.
It's actually not that much of a big deal, and I can always find a job if it doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, you are such a big deal that you can always go back to whatever you want. Everybody is gonna open their doors to you.
Starting to look around for employers who would take me on as a full-time marketing person. So when I was 19, I didn't really fully understand the concept of inflation.
You still don't understand the concept of inflation. You don't understand any sort of concept that you try to talk about.
Until it was explained to me by a friend who was much older and doing so well with money. So when I initially found out about the concept of inflation, it actually struck me like a ton of bricks. I can't believe that I had been leaving all of my money in cash and it was actually losing its buying power over time.
Maybe when they explained the concept of inflation, you were too busy doing parties, isn't it?
Initially, I was worried to take on risks with my money and to invest my money. And what I realized was that not investing was actually riskier than investing.
There it is, your financial advisor. Investing is less risky than not investing.
So that's what made me more comfortable in taking on a little bit more risk with my money.
So what, if it's less risky, you take more risk, you started taking a risk with your money. It doesn't make sense, Queenie.
And to actually start branching out into investing. Essentially what I learned was, since I was quite young, I did have the time to make my money back if any of my investments turned out sour.
I lost quite a bit of money from that.
That is just stupid. So you lose your money and maybe lose them just because you're young. So everything that you try to teach, that is your real mentality. Just YOLO everything because you don't work hard for your money. You get your money for your boyfriend. That's why you are so happy to risk them.
And honestly, at the time, I thought anything was better than losing about 2% of my money's buying power each year because of inflation.
Actually, you're misinforming people, making it sound like they are losing money, leaving their money in a bank account, maybe in a high interest saving. So you try to push people towards investment as a safe haven for money. That's what you're doing.
So I started to learn more about how to invest my money.
But you didn't learn anything.
So some investment options that I had a look at were robo-advisors, ETFs, individual stocks, cryptocurrency, gold, and bonds. I initially started with a robo-advisor called StockSpot, and I do have a link in my description below so you can check it out.
You're giving away your free book. You're just trying to sell me stuff. Of course I am. I have no shame. I have no guilt. I have no hesitation.
And that's a big problem. There is no shame or hesitation behind what she does. She is not punished, and she doesn't get punished from anybody. She just keep giving bad advices, and people with less knowledge than her believes her. That's a big problem.
And then I started branching out more into ETFs and individual stocks, and also cryptocurrency so I could diversify my portfolio.
We think diversification makes very little sense for anyone that knows what they're doing. Diversification is a protection against ignorance.
Eventually, I also was able to invest in a property, so that's also part of my portfolio as well. And what I have realized is that by diversifying my portfolio and the different asset classes that I do have, I am diversifying my risk.
That is a perfectly sound approach for somebody who does not feel they know how to analyze businesses.
And investing in different things and learning about different asset classes just made the whole process a lot more exciting.
It's a confession, in our view, that you don't really understand the businesses that you own.
Yeah, that is a confession of her not knowing what she's doing, what she's saying to you. So be aware of this person.
So at 20 years old, I got my first full-time job as a marketing assistant for this small business. I was earning $20 per hour. At 21, I finally built up the courage to ask my boss for
Date?
a raise. I got my first full-time salary at $55,000 per year. Do some digital marketing on the side.
Her abilities, the good ones, are funneling people. That's what she does really, really well. Speaking of things that she doesn't know, she funnels them in what she needs. Okay, so she can start doing marketing, real estate, advertisement, all this sort of stuff, thanks to you.
I started to become a bit more confident in my abilities. Another thing that I did was I stopped buying clothes. I used to think that I needed to buy a new thing for every single event that I went to.
Why were you thinking in that way, Queenie? Because probably you lived an easy life? Is that the reason why?
But what I realized was
That you have a lot of hair in your skull?
I absolutely could wear the same thing a number of times and nobody really cared that much. I don't think that I really sacrificed anything big in my life that really brought me any joy.
Because you probably didn't sacrifice anything.
So at 23, my boyfriend and I saved up for a home deposit and we bought this apartment that you can see in 2019 for a price of $500,000.
No, your boyfriend saved from deposit.
And this was also the first year that I got my first $100,000 job. The main investments that I was making was in my ETFs and my individual stocks. And now I currently do have a little bit of crypto, gold and bonds.
There is less risk in owning 3 easy to identify wonderful businesses than there is in owning 50.
It's really funny how people can be so illiterate about finance.
So that I could really start to grow my net worth over time.
I lost quite a bit of money from that. But I do have an amazing, amazing boyfriend.
Bingo!
And my net worth has grown about $100,000 in just under a year.
That's how you grow from negative net worth to $400,000.
And I'm not making this video to flex.
Yes, you're not trying to flex, you're trying just to funnel people in your schemes, splashing around, shilling your net worth and your lifestyle. That's what you're doing. You don't have a job. Your boyfriend is working for you, is maintaining you. And, you know, that's your approach to life. Try to funnel people in schemes and get money from them. Or get publicity, so you get third-party publicity from real estate, news, or whatever outlet is gonna publicize you, and that's how you get money. So you use your viewers as pretty much pigs, guinea pigs.
The first $100,000 took us years and years and years to save up to buy our first home.
He actually told me that we could live off his income for a while.
And now our net worth is increasing by $100,000 in less than a year.
I would love for you to check all of her posts, and you will soon discover that she doesn't know how to calculate her net worth.
But the amount of money that we can make is really infinite. It's pretty wild to me even still. But after you do start to invest and start building your wealth, it does get easier and easier and easier with time and consistency.
That's because you had to work before, sweetheart. Now you don't have to work, you're just making videos. So that's why building wealth is much easier.
And you don't actually need to work if you don't want to.
We know that.
The main things that have really helped us increase our net worth was actually purchasing this apartment. So our apartment has grown in value by $120,000 since we did purchase it 2 years ago, which is a 12% increase per year that we've bought it.
So you are shilling the fact you bought the apartment. You have the majority of your net worth in a place. And you talk about this diversification as well. So which one it is? Investing in an apartment or real estate or diversify? Because you are not doing any of them.
And that's the reason why I think the first $100,000 is always the hardest. Because when you do have a small amount of money, the money that you are investing essentially doesn't make you that much money.
But when you have free money, that makes you money. Isn't it, Queenie?
Invest $100 and you get a 100% return. You still only have $200.
Thank you for the math lesson. Really appreciate it.
So if you are starting your personal finance journey, I just wanted to let you know that we all start somewhere.
The problem didn't start anything. You just found a person that is supporting you financially. Is supporting your silly dreams. That might work out, I don't know. But normal people don't have that possibility. Normal people, to achieve wealth, have to work really hard for what they are doing. And they cannot afford to stay home doing nothing other than videos. You're just disgraceful.
And how to really do your proper due diligence and research into a company. I lost quite a bit of money from that.
Guys, give this a like. Set up the notification bell. If you're not already subscribed, hit the notification bell and put in the comments, #1 money channel.
So guys, we are at the end of the video. I'm gonna do one more video about Queenie and then we are gonna change subjects for a bit. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching.